Hey, what is going on, guys? The Nice Raider here. Thank you all for tuning into this video. Woo! Fallout 4, ladies and gentlemen. I never thought I'd see the day where I'd be talking about Fallout 4 and playing Fallout 4. This is going to be my very first impressions of the game. Before I get into first impressions, let me say this. It is currently 9 a.m. filming this and recording this. I haven't slept all night. This game came out midnight. I've been playing it all through the night. Had in total 2 minutes of a break. Other than that, pure Fallout 4 from 12 to 9 right now. So I have 9 hours in the game, so I feel like I have enough knowledge of the game to get into the first impressions. Also, this video is not going to be as heavily edited as far as time goes, and it's not going to be a short. It's not going to be as, like I said, edited and all that, and quick cuts and all that. This is going to be a more laid back, just more chill kind of video. Mainly because I don't feel like editing it right now because I want to get back to Fallout 4. But, yeah, so, just want to put that out there that this isn't going to be like my other videos where it's going to be a really quick cut. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, let's get into the video. Alright, so the very first impressions. They put you in this opening cinematic that is so good. It's definitely live action. They have a lot of stuff, if not all of it is live action. And the writing, the voice acting, everything is superb. Now, after the opening cinematic, you get into the actual game and you start messing around. But you've seen this at the E3. You've seen this at the E3 showing. And you know, you create your character, you see the vault guy, he's like, hey, you know, want a vault? And you're like, you know, sure. Play with your baby a little bit, and you come into the living room, and at this point, with the guy on the TV talking, which is also the same sound bit from the very first trailer. Oh man, hearing that, and hearing not on the TV, but the sirens going off and the music, I got goosebumps for like a minute. Just hearing the guy, you know, there appears to be flashing lights in the sky. Oh my god, it's confirmed nuclear warfare happening right now. And it's just like, right now, I'm filming this, I'm just like, oh my god. It is so amazing. It's hard to explain that moment for me personally, but whatever. So after that, you run into the vault, you know, and you've seen this in the trailer. And I'm not going to spoil what happens in the vault, but it's something big, and it's interesting. So you do something in the vault, and you get out. And you have to find someone. So after that, you look around, and you go in your neighborhood, and you see the robot and all that, and you talk, you know, the E3 stuff. But after that, I'd say probably 15 minutes out of the vault, Bethesda puts you right into the action. It's this huge, and by the way, there's no spoilers, no major spoilers, but they put you in this boss battle. In 15 minutes in, they give you power armor and a minigun, and you go against a Deathclaw and a bunch of raiders. How awesome is that? This huge boss battle. Only 15 minutes in. No, I don't think any Fallout game has ever done that. I mean, Fallout 3, you had to put hours into the game before you can even meet someone in the Brotherhood of Steel. You know? Of course, if you're speedrunning, that's different. But if you're just casually playing it and regularly playing it, they'll put you hours just for Fallout 3 to even meet Brotherhood of Steel. So this is really new in the series, you know what I mean, for this to happen. But after that, you know, and you start getting introduced to the world and the graphics. Now let's talk about the graphics for a second. Before this freaking game came out, there were already people complaining about the graphics and how they suck and how it looks like a PS2 game. My reaction, my impressions are, did we see the same screenshots? Did we see the same gameplay? Because apparently we didn't, because this game, though it's not the best looking game of all time, it certainly isn't the worst. You guys are complaining about graphics in games that haven't even came out yet. Yes, there's leaked stuff, all that. But I mean, just wait for the game to come out and then start criticizing it on that kind of level. But whatever. Overall, the graphics as they're not Witcher 3, Crysis 3, you know, Max Payne 3, you know, oddly all three, but all third entries, but whatever. So they're not on that graphical level, but they still are great. They are great graphics. And what Bethesda has done is they've sacrificed impressive visuals and had more stuff happening on screen. You know what I mean? And Bethesda has never had great graphics, so it's not like this is a new thing. You know what I'm saying? So whatever, the graphics, I touched on that, they're great. Performance, I'm playing on PC, my 970. I have somewhere on my channel there's a thing called My Papers, and it shows my specs. You can see all my specs there. On my 970, it's running great, 1080p, ultra, 60 frames per second, all that. It's great. It does dip a little bit, but overall, it's a great port. And this is day one, so hopefully there will have, you know, more updates in the future. I hear it is running poorly on AMD cards, though. Also, the gameplay is fantastic. There's a large variety of guns, and again, I'm only 9 hours in, so there's definitely more to come, and there's modifications for the guns, all sorts of stuff. So there's definitely the content as far as guns goes in this game. You can now finally, of course, you could do this in New Vegas, but you couldn't in Fallout 3. You can, you know, sprint, aim down your sights, do all that stuff. This game in first-person mode, it really feels like a modernized first-person shooter, but not in a bad way. You know, it reminds me tons of times. It reminded me a lot of Wolfenstein, which was which you're saying it was Bethesda. It's actually published by Bethesda. I forgot who made it, but it was published by Bethesda. They didn't make it, but it feels a lot like Wolfenstein with this big gun. The FOV could be a little, I don't know. Personally, it's fine for me, but I'm sure the guns do feel a little big in first-person mode. But whatever. It just feels a lot. It just feels a lot like Wolfenstein with these big, powerful guns. But that's just what I was getting from it. But so it's like a first-person shooter, but not in a bad way. It has all the good elements that have come since Fallout 3 in the past 8 years, I think. Now, a big thing, probably one of the biggest things about this game is the voiced character. Personally, I forgot the guy. I chose the male, obviously, but personally, I think the voice actor for this guy is phenomenal. I am loving the voice character. I'm loving the Witcher 3, Witcher 2 kind of style of dialogue. It's definitely better than the previous games. Not that they're bad, but I mean, for the time they were good. But now in 2015, you can't have the, you know, time freezing, talking to someone, choosing dialogue options. That's just not. That's not a standard. Not a standard, but that's not up to par with games in 2015. So I'm definitely glad they decided to do this kind of style of dialogue, and it is great. I love it. The camera angles, everything, just like The Witcher 3, they're very cinematic, and you can actually exit them, like, you can exit the cinematics very easily by just moving around. They feel great. All of your favorite wasteland creatures also do return. What I noticed also is that the ghouls in this game, they look weird. I was actually playing this, I was gonna look at the trailer, because I remember in the trailer they looked differently. They were like, I remember a very specific scene where the ghouls were coming at you, and they were pushing over, what do they call those things? Like buggies. They were pushing over the buggies, and I believe they looked different. They looked more like the Fallout 3 ones, but not graphically. More just like their skin was tighter. And this one, they looked like burn victims, which isn't a bad thing. But I just noticed that they looked really different from the ones in Fallout 3, and it's definitely a weird kind of a transition. And of course, the Deathclaws, the super mutants, they all make a great return, and it's definitely great to see them again. But yeah, guys, this video is going on at about 10 minutes, so definitely one of my longer videos. Thank you all for sticking with me. Overall, and this isn't me being a fanboy. This is me criticizing this game, and with all the bias and fanboyism aside, even though it's hard not to, I'm gonna give this game a 10 out of 10 so far. Again, it's my first impressions. It's not a review, but so far it's getting a 10 out of 10 from me. This game is amazing. Day one buy, game of the year so far, definitely. Alright guys, definitely make sure to subscribe for more Fallout 4 videos coming in the future, including my review. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day, and good luck in the wasteland.
Whatever is creating those energy readings might be a potential threat. So it's our job to investigate.